Welcome to today's audio lesson in job safety in the electrical field. Whether you're just starting out in electrical work or learning about it in school or training, this is one of the most important topics you'll ever study. Why? Because in this trade, your safety comes before anything else. Even before the equipment, before the schedule, your life is the priority. The guidelines you're about to hear weren't created just to fill a rule book. They were written because, unfortunately, people have been seriously injured or even killed on the job when basic safety practices weren't followed. Electricity is powerful and invisible. You can't smell it. You can't see it. But if it finds the wrong path, like through your body, it can hurt or even instantly kill you. So the rules we follow today, OSHA regulations, federal safety laws, company policies, they all exist because real incidents happened. These rules are there to protect you from becoming one of those stories. So let's talk about electric shock hazards. Here's the deal. Electricity is always trying to get to the ground. If you're touching a live wire and something else that gives electricity a path to the ground, like a metal ladder or a wet surface, you become on the path. That's because your body is about 60% water, and water is a great conductor. The electricity would rather go through you than through other materials. Now, even a small amount of electrical current can be dangerous. For example, less than 100 milliamps can cause a cardiac arrest. That's less than what a nightlight uses. That's why you need to treat all circuits like they were live unless you have verified that they're shut off. Whenever you're working on a light fixture or anything electrical, make sure the power is off. And not just flipped off at a wall switch, use a method called lockout and tagout. That means physically shutting off a circuit at the breaker box, tagging it with a note that says somebody is working on it, and making sure nobody turns it on while you're still working. Never trust a switch. Always double check. Luminaires are lighting fixtures. Whether you're cleaning, replacing a bulb, or doing repairs, there are a few key rules. Keep them dry before turning them back on. Follow the manufacturer's instructions. Make sure they have labels that tell you the voltage and wattage. Report damaged wires or sockets right away. And remember, the power should be off while you work. You wouldn't ride a motorcycle without a helmet, right? The same logic applies here. In electrical work, wear rubber-soled boots, gloves, safety glasses, and a hard hat if needed. These aren't just for show. They're there to protect you from shocks, falling glass, and other hazards. Before leaving the shop or starting your job, inspect everything. Your tools, your ladder, your truck, and your aerial platform. Make sure there are no leaks, cracks, or damage. If something looks off, don't risk it. Report it. And when you are using equipment like ladders or lifts, make sure it's the right equipment for the job. Now let's talk about working at heights. Starting with ladders. Never stand on the top two rungs of a ladder. Don't overreach. If you need to reach further, move the ladder. And make sure it's fully open and stable before climbing. If you're working on a scaffold, it must be leveled and properly locked in place. Always use guardrails if you're working above a certain height. Don't lean ladders against scaffolds or use one on top of a scaffold. If you're working on aerial platforms, wear a safety harness and tie off properly. Keep your arms and legs inside the platform. And don't move a lift with someone on it unless it's designed to do so safely. Older lighting systems might contain PCB ballasts, which were banned in 1979 because PCBs are toxic chemicals. If you come across a ballast that doesn't say no PCB and it's leaking, don't touch it. Tell your supervisor immediately. Finally, use common sense. That means no horseplay or messing around on the job. Report every accident, no matter how small. Plan your workspace so you don't trip or get in someone's way. Never assume you are safe. Make sure you are. And if you're ever unsure about something, ask your crew leader. That's what they're there for. So why is all this important? Because you only get one life. You only get one body. And every time you work with electricity or on a platform or scaffold, you're trusting your gear, your training, and your safety habits. And those habits, they start today. Remember, respect electricity, follow procedures, inspect your equipment, ask when in doubt, never take shortcuts. You're not just working on lights or wires, you're building a career. And that career only works if you make it home safe every day. Thanks for listening and stay safe out there.